Is there anything else you want to tell me?
It's not me.
That's not you?
No.
It sure looks like you and everything you're wearing.
It's not me.
Well, it's kind of funny how that appears to be you. Be honest with me and tell me what's going on, because if I find out you're lying, we're going to figure out some more things going on here. And if I find evidence that points you, that it's just you,
It's not me.
we're done.
Okay.
On May 16, 2023, Monroe police responded to a vehicle arson. The victim, panicked, explained being woken by a man outside who placed something on her car. Surveillance footage showed the suspect wearing a loose outfit, latex gloves, and a mask, setting a box-like object and another item with a fuse on the car before lighting it and walking away.
I need you to stay here and let us deal with it, okay? Come tell me, what's going on? And who's all in the house? Nobody?
No, just my bird and my two cats.
Okay, well, they're taking care of that. Let's take care of you real quick, okay? It's just you by yourself, so.
I was dead asleep.
Yeah?
And he said, who's outside? We've got cameras on the house. He said, who's outside? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, who's the man that put something on her car? Because he's at work. And I guess he notified him that somebody was outside. So he looked and he said, there's a man putting something on her car.
Okay.
And I pulled it up. I said, oh my God, hold on.
The fire rapidly destroyed the car, and while the fire department responded, officers found a suspicious vehicle nearby. The driver claimed to be resting after a long drive from New York, but his story seemed off. After agreeing to a search, his suspicious answers heightened the officers' concerns, prompting a thorough investigation.
What's going on? Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Just wanted to rest up a little bit. I have a long drive.
Why are you doing it out here?
No reason.
Unlock the door. Where do you live?
I'm from New York.
You're from New York?
Yeah.
Why are you doing out? What are you doing out here?
Just came to visit a friend, really.
Where's the friend live?
Down in Cincinnati, but he's working, like, doing some construction over here.
Well, step out. Do you have anything on you? Any weapons like that?
No?
Turn and face the car. You mind if I search you real quick?
Sure, go for it.
His inconsistent answers raised suspicion, especially when he hesitated to provide his ID, saying it was in his phone. His reluctance and confusion deepened officers' doubts.
Where's your ID?
It's in my phone.
You're from New York? Yeah. Come over here with me. We're gonna stand by my car.
Okay. Is everything okay?
Just take a look.
Yeah, you said your phone's in the car?
Yeah. Do you
Your
want
ID on the back of it? Is that where you keep
Yeah,
it?
it's in the case. I can open
Okay.
it.
Do you care if I look at it? Thank you.
The officers, growing more doubtful, decided to search his vehicle, explaining that a car had just been set on fire nearby. The suspect, seemingly shocked, denied any involvement, insisting it wasn't him, though his presence so close to the scene seemed too coincidental.
I know. I'm sorry. It's the truth, though.
But why would you, I just don't understand why you would pick this neighborhood to come in the back of, to sleep in front of these people's house.
Honestly, I just made the first right out of there because I needed just like a spot where I wasn't in the main road. And I'm sorry if like they called the cops or something because they probably thought I was, I don't know, doing something weird here. But I swear, like I'm not doing anything crazy out of left field or anything.
You mind if we search the car?
No, please go for it.
The reason why I ask is because there was somebody who set a car on fire.
Who set a car on fire?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you set a car on fire?
The officer ordered the suspect to pop the trunk, which he did without hesitation. His story grew increasingly suspicious. He claimed to have just landed at CVG, driven 40 miles, and parked to rest. His friend supposedly lived near the airport but worked nearby. When pressed about waiting for anyone, the suspect insisted he wasn't, trying to convince the officer he had nothing to hide.
He said we could search it if you want to do that.
Okay. Can you have him pop the trunk with this key?
Can you pop the trunk with the key? Or is the keys in it?
Yeah, no, I can pop the trunk with the key.
Thank you.
Sure.
Have you had anything to drink tonight?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I came because I landed at CVG, and I drove. It's like 40 miles, and I was already shot from the freaking flight.
So where does your friend live?
Somewhere like down there, but he works up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down where?
Near CVG. Near the airport, yeah.
The suspect's evasiveness intensified as he denied involvement in the fire, but his inconsistent story only raised more suspicion. Defensive and increasingly agitated, he claimed he was sober and just needed a place to rest. As officers searched for links to the fire, the tension mounted and his fate hung in the balance.
Are you waiting for somebody to get back in the car with you?
No, absolutely not.
Because if you be honest with me, things go, things will be a lot easier.
Sir,
But if you're lying to me, then we're gonna have some issues.
I understand, and like, trust me, I'm from New York. I've ran into cops before, when like getting pulled over for speeding or something like that. Like, I know the best policy is to be honest, and I'm not waiting for anybody. And I didn't set anybody's car on fire or anything like that. Promise you. Not like on any drugs or anything.
Okay.
I don't drink.
The officer sent a picture of the suspect from the surveillance footage to compare with the man they had detained. As they continued their investigation, the officer informed the suspect that he was going to be placed in the back of the patrol car for further questioning. As they searched his vehicle, they found a blue mask, a torch lighter, and no luggage or bag, raising suspicions. A box-shaped impression and a purple glove in the back seat matched the suspect's outfit, while a K9 unit tracked his scent to the car, confirming their suspicions. Confronted and read his rights, the suspect nervously denied any involvement, but his racing heartbeat betrayed him. Despite overwhelming evidence, he clung to his innocence as officers prepared to hand the case to detectives.
The guy for that long of a flight. Here's your COVID mask.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a lighter in here. He's got a torch lighter.
Dave, was he in that car? Yeah.
How you doing? Good. Hey, just need to talk to you for a minute, okay?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna read your rights real quick. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay. Were you involved in a situation down the street where you lit something that caught on fire?
No.
I'm gonna point blank ask you.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I understand that you're over here visiting friends, but you parked over here for a reason. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
It's not me.
That's not you?
No.
It sure looks like you and everything you're wearing.
It's not me.
That's not you, huh? Look a little closely. Your heart's starting to race a little bit more.
Is it? Because it's not me. I feel like you're trying to tell me it's me, but it's not.
It's not you, huh?
A K9 tracked the scent to the area where a plastic bag, a matching hat, and latex gloves were found just 10 feet away, solidifying their suspicions. The suspect remained defensive, insisting the items weren't his, though his fingerprints and DNA were suspected to be on the hat and gloves.
You got gloves and a mask. In the other bag, you have gloves, a receipt, a mask, something else, and a hat. So this is everything he was wearing. It's gonna be him, bro.
Okay, so the hat, the gloves, receipts are all in that bag.
What receipt?
I haven't looked at the receipts yet, but there's receipts in there. So obviously they're going to be checking video from the stores that those receipts were used at. This is the last time I'm going to say it. If you have any involvement in this, now's the time, because things are kind of spiraling out of control if you're involved in this.
I'm not the one that gets my hands dirty. I'm just gonna say that. I didn't do it.
Are you suggesting that somebody else did it for you?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying I didn't do it.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
Was prepared to take him to the station for DNA and phone searches. Surveillance times contradicted his story, and his denials fell flat as the investigation closed in. As the officers grew more convinced of his guilt, they urged the suspect to confess. Despite his protests, he was charged with aggravated arson, breaking and entering, and possession of criminal tools. His vehicle was impounded as evidence, and though accused, he remained innocent until proven guilty in court. If you enjoyed today's story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life encounters and law enforcement stories.